and I certainly want to see us pass legislation that keeps our children safe. I am sensitive to some of the concerns that human rights organizations have consistently expressed about the legislation. They warn that the bill could result in the censorship of lawful speech and activity in a manner that will disproportionately burden diverse communities, particularly the LGBTQ community. Mr. Chairman, I ask consent to enter into the record a coalition letter sent and signed by 133 human rights organizations, including the Human Rights Campaign, Amnesty International, the American Civil Liberties Union, GLAAD, and the Center for Democracy and Technology, which details these issues.
Without objection.
The concern has only become more pressing, in my opinion, as Republican state legislatures across the country pass bills that broadly suppress LGBTQ rights and public discussion of LGBTQ issues, leaving the internet as one of the few remaining safe spaces available for discussion. I'm also concerned that as drafted, this bill may create new obstacles for vulnerable communities that rely on the security and privacy tools, particularly encryption, that this bill risks undermining. Just last week, this committee, you did a good job, Mr. Chairman, of laying out the context for how we got here today by outlining and reminding us of the various hearings that we've had to date on related topics. Just last week, this committee heard testimony about the landscape of access to healthcare in a post-Dobbs world. So let me be specific about this. One issue highlighted at the hearing last week was the growth of tracking and surveillance to prevent women from accessing reproductive care and to identify service providers who assist women in obtaining that care. Experts routinely recommend that people seeking abortions use encrypted services for their privacy, for their safety. And some women's healthcare providers say they rely heavily on encrypted forms of communication in order to protect their privacy and for their safety. So I think we need to be careful about the implications that this bill could have on the ability of women to access secure communication technologies and essential health services. So I want to reiterate my appreciation for the work that the sponsors and their staff have done to protect children online. Trust me, as a father, my heart breaks at the trauma and re-traumatization that victims of sexual abuse experience when their images are uploaded and shared online.